The Fortress of Knowledge proudly presents the story of Father Jean Mermet, the missionary who left his mark on southern Illinois. Who was Father Mermet? Father Jean Mermet was born in 1664 in Grenoble, France. As a young man, he joined the Society of Jesus, Jesuits, a group of missionaries known for spreading education and faith across the world. After years of study and teaching in France, he set sail for the French colonies in North America in 1698. His mission, to bring Christianity and hope to native peoples and settlers in what was then called New France. Missionary to the Illinois country. After arriving in Canada, Father Mermet was sent to the Illinois country, a vast frontier stretching across parts of today's Illinois, Indiana, and Missouri. He first worked with the Miami and Illinois tribes, but in 1702 he joined Charles Juchereau de Saint-Denis on an expedition to start a tannery and trading post near the mouth of the Ohio River, close to where the Ohio and Mississippi meet today. As chaplain for the group, Father Mermet preached to local native communities, cared for the sick, and kept hope alive during an epidemic that took the lives of many settlers, including Juchereau himself. Historians now believe this early French settlement stood near present-day Cairo or Mound City, Illinois, not as far north as Fort Massac. But Mermet's presence along the river helped lay the groundwork for later missions. The legend of Fort Massac. For many years, local people believe Father Mermet had built the first mission right at Fort Massac and preached there before returning to Kaskaskia. This popular story was recorded by George W. May in his History of Massac County, 1955. Father Mermet accompanied Charles Juchereau de Saint-Denis on his expedition to establish a tannery on the lower Ohio about 1702. Father Mermet built the Mission of Assumption and preached to the Indians. The site was Fort Massac. So strong has been the belief that the village of Mermet was so named many years ago. Modern historians such as Dr. Norman Caldwell and Professor George Smith later found stronger evidence that the tannery and mission were farther south. Still, as May concluded, it is remotely possible that Father Mermet did preach on the banks of the Ohio at the future site of Fort Massac. The story is too pious to relinquish easily. A life of quiet service. After leaving the lower Ohio, Father Mermet moved to Kaskaskia, one of the earliest French towns in Illinois. There he baptized, married, and buried generations of settlers and indigenous converts until his death in 1716. He was later reburied in the new Kaskaskia Church in 1727. Though his achievements were quiet, his devotion made him one of the most respected missionaries in the Illinois country. The legacy of Mermet Lake. Today, Mermet Lake and the nearby village of Mermet in Massac County, Illinois, carry his name. Local tradition remembers that Father Mermet once preached to native peoples along the Ohio River, possibly near this very area. When early settlers named the community, they honored his lasting influence. The Mermet Lake State Fish and Wildlife Area now stands as a peaceful reminder of a man whose faith reached the wilderness long before Illinois became a state.